From the murky waters of the sportsman's paradise, stories emerge. Stories of the generations of people who have shared in the bounties of the land. Stories of communities that have persevered through natural disasters. Stories of the abundance of fish, wildlife, and adventures that create an ecosystem rich in diversity. And from the silted banks of the mighty Mississippi to the soggy marsh bottoms, from the tops of towering pine forests to the depths of the salty Gulf, human and animal have shared this fortune for centuries. Enjoy these stories as told by outdoor journalists who travel across our state, documenting the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
Welcome to Bayou Wild TV. We're here at Morton's Seafood Restaurant, and believe it or not, time flies. It is season 4.
Absolutely. This is going to be the appetizer episode of Bayou Wild season 4. We're going to give you a little taste of some of the features that we did. We got a lot of things in the can you'll be seeing this upcoming season.
Yeah, we've been all over the place. We've been staying busy. We've been traveling a lot too. We're going to take you to places in our backyard, to places in different states. We'll show you a lot of our adventures. Stick around.
Closed captioning made possible by Ceto.com. Become a member.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade. And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
If you're a proud Bayou Wild TV viewer, check out the Bayou Wild TV collection shirts. Both regular tee and long sleeve dry fit are a perfect fit for any outdoorsman or woman who lives and plays in Bayou country. And they make perfect gifts. Go to BayouWildTV.com.
The iconic whooping crane is back in Louisiana. If you spot a whooping crane, remember these things. Observe and admire it from a distance, and always report any harmful activity. You can help Louisiana whooping cranes thrive by visiting lawff.org to make a donation. Thank you to Chevron and the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation for their generous support.
With 8 locations to serve you, Kenworth of Louisiana sets the standard by which all others are judged. Kenworth of Louisiana is here for you every step of the way. When things go wrong, it's good to know there's a Kenworth of Louisiana facility not far from wherever you are. Whatever you drive, we've got you covered, getting you back up and running as fast as possible. Delivering world-class sales, parts, and service. We look forward to working with you.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
We kick off this season out at the Island in Parody. The Island Hunting Company has everything from ducks to gators to wild deer and, of course, exotics as well. But they also do a little bit of extra things for the community, and we head out there with Hunters for the Hungry and Will Clark. Will the Thrill, the baseball player, you probably know him. He takes us out to the Island Hunting Company where we go and get access. The Island Hunting Company is the land of huge rack deer, exotic animals, ducks, enormous alligators, frogs, rabbits, squirrels, and a variety of birds and fish. And where there's a bounty so great, there's also an opportunity to share with those who are less fortunate.
Well, we're out here again at the island, located near the Zalmans, over here in St. Charles Parish. We're doing a program for Hunters for the Hungry. Now, this is a win-win-win situation.
You got to manage the herd. If you don't shoot them, the herd will get out of control, and Mother Nature takes over, and she'll do it for you, and then you have deer getting sick, deer dying off.
All right, fire in the hole.
You know, you get a certain amount of meat, fish, whatever it might be, and you know, you kind of have an expiration date. And if you cannot use it, well then guess what's going to happen? If you can donate it, there are people that are definitely going to be able to use it a lot quicker than you are.
Nobody really has a program except for us where we can provide lean protein, the deer meat, the fish, the duck. There's nothing else like us in Louisiana to be able to gather this protein for the 5 major food banks that we work with throughout the state.
Coming up, we take you to South Dakota, a little town of Draper, Bad River bucks and birds for a Cajun invasion, not to go fishing, but to hunt wild pheasants. Beautiful terrain, and we had a pretty good season up there.
We had a great time there. It was a humbling experience for me, my first time hunting wild pheasant, and it was a lot of fun.
From the air, late fall in America's Dakotas look like a barren wasteland. The season's crops have been harvested, and area lakes touched by the first winter's freeze. But for a sportsman, these harsh environments reveal a beauty of exciting bird hunting coupled with first-class accommodations at a true gem of an outdoor getaway. Bad River bucks and birds. This year we had kind of a tight, close quarters type of hunt. I really enjoy that more because it's much more like shooting quail and getting closer shots than relying on other people to push them and drive them big distances.
There's absolutely no way to prepare for it. You can't see them. You have no idea when the dog's going to jump them. Even when they're acting birdie, you don't know where they are. A lot of times they're in corn stalks or you don't see them. And even the birds you see on the ground, you don't know which direction they're going to go when they fly. So it's a snap reflex, and they say, it's just something you figure out.
We got a rooster that popped out here into the opening. He just ducked back in the corn, and we're closing down on him. As soon as we get the dogs and the other hunters on him, we should get a flush. I have seen more roosters on this hunt than any year that I've been up here. Got a leg down. Come here, Blue. Good boy.
When you come here and you hear a 3-bird limit, you think that's going to be easy. And for people that have done it before, it is easy, but if you're a novice, it's not.
Get him, man. You got that one.
Oh.
Right there?
Oh!
Then we head back to the marsh. Point is Shen with the Salty Chicks Kayak Fishing Club. These women, they know what they're doing, and they do it in their kayaks. The Hobies, the Jacksons, some pedal, some paddle, but they all know how to fish. We'll take you down and meet them at Point is Shen.
I started actually bank fishing, targeting big blue cats in the river. I wasn't really interested in even trying to saltwater fish just because I didn't know how.
First started fishing, there were no women fishing. They were fishing, but they weren't fishing in kayaks, or they weren't showing up at tournaments. And then little by little, you started to see more and more women show up, and then showing up, like single women were showing up without a husband or boyfriend, which is cool.
So it's kind of like buck fever, but fly fishing for redfish. When there's a fish around, I get so excited that I start shaking, and that's why I love fly fishing, because you know, a lot of times you get one shot at that fish, so it's a little bit more high pressure, and I like that.
People feel like they can't go out and do something like that because it's too difficult to try to lift boats or do things by themselves, but this is a perfect sport to be able to do without, you know, needing extra hands or extra help.
And it just blossomed from there, and now I prefer coming out here than I do even catching river cats anymore.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a nonprofit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
If you're lucky enough to bag a deer or a hog this season, bring it here to Double D. Double D processes hogs and exotic game and guarantees your product is always the meat you brought to Double D.
Double D Meats in Bogalusa, home of country smoked, spicy jalapeno cheddar, and other customized flavors.
Bring your deer or your hog here to Double D, where you always get your meat back in return. It's worth a drive to Bogalusa from anywhere. Double D. Here's how I guarantee my crawfish taste great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag and pour and boil for great crawfish every time. Welcome back to Bayou Wild TV. Now, another feature that we've got coming up is one that really exemplifies what our show is all about. Culture, heritage, sportsmanship, adventure, and we go no further than Lacombe, Louisiana to the Dixie Ranch Wildlife Management Club for a great time with some very unique people.
And one of the founding members.
Absolutely, right here.
Back when Dad started the club in '82, I want to say we had right at 12,000 acres. You know, we started out with maybe give a little bit more. Now we're down to about 6,800, you know, due to development and, you know, improvements in the parish, which you can't knock none of that, you know, it's just something that happens.
I went to Texas with a friend over in Mason, Texas. Hey, we got plenty of greenery in St. Tammany Parish. I come back and I got to looking around. I said, you know something? I want to bring back to St. Tammany Parish similar to what they had over there. Hopefully we'll be here forever
I killed my first deer out here. I done had 2 of my kids kill their first deer out here. I got 1 more to go. The gun broke this year, so she's in a bind. I'm in a bind because I'm being mad at right now. But I hope it's here for another year. Just all depends on development.
So most of the time people think of taxidermy for deer, for ducks, for something that they've hunted, a trophy kill. But there's also a realm of taxidermy used as art. We're talking about exotic animals from peacocks to grizzly bears to exotic birds, and that realm of taxidermy is bigger than you think. We introduce you to Leslie Dalton. She's a New Orleans native who got into taxidermy as an art form, and her friend Dakota Rose shared their world of taxidermy with us.
I pretty much completely found this on my own. Yeah, I didn't really have any other friends who were doing it. I had friends who collected it, and I was also a collector, and so I had friends who had tons of mounts and also sort of exotic things in their homes. Maybe that also sparked my interest in it as well, was just seeing other collectors and my own collection.
I was trained in commercial taxidermy. The first classes I took, it was deer, game heads, but I always knew that wasn't what I wanted to focus on. And they all kind of made fun of me of like not doing deer, not doing tons of ducks, especially in the Midwest. They just didn't see how I would be able to do interior design aesthetic pieces.
It's a different clientele, and I think they appreciate the beauty of nature and the beauty of a finished piece, but for possibly different reasons.
One of the features you're going to see coming up is one by CCA, Coastal Conservation Association, with a program called Rigs to Reefs. We're losing fish habitat at an alarming rate offshore. This program reverses that by taking some of the old structures and sinking them where they were before. It saves the oil companies money, creates new structure and habitat, and is a bonanza for the fish and the fishermen. We take you to a place called Rawls Reef and show you that program in operation.
And why you want to go figure out where it is.
Well, Wildlife and Fisheries through the Artificial Reef Trust Fund matches the money that CCA can generate through their partners with folks like Shell, Road Rock Recycling, and a lot of the others. There's nobody better at taking an idea or a concept to construction than CCA, and then partnering with Wildlife and Fisheries is just a logical choice. It's good for all Louisiana anglers, and this is really something special to see being deployed here today.
So we put this hard structure down here. Today, in this case, it was a helipad from a production platform. In other cases, it's crushed concrete and limestone. But this provides that attachment point for the marine organisms to start the food chain, which also in turn goes up through the bait fish and through our sport fish. So this is a very important part of our habitat and our ecosystem.
But the science says these reefs, oil and gas platforms, are really good for not only the juvenile fish, but even the predator fish. We've got to do everything we can to maintain that resource and make sure Louisiana remains sportsman's paradise.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
If you're a proud Bayou Wild TV viewer, check out the Bayou Wild TV collection shirts. Both regular tee and long sleeve dry fit are a perfect fit for any outdoorsman or woman who lives and plays in Bayou country. And they make perfect gifts. Go to BayouWildTV.com.
With 8 locations to serve you, Kenworth of Louisiana sets the standard by which all others are judged. Kenworth of Louisiana is here for you every step of the way. When things go wrong, it's good to know there's a Kenworth of Louisiana facility not far from wherever you are. Whatever you drive, we've got you covered, getting you back up and running as fast as possible. Delivering world-class sales, parts, and service. We look forward to working with you.
Hi, I'm Miss Louisiana Megan Cruz on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. We're all used to bad weather in Louisiana, and we know the benefits of clean, portable propane gas during those emergencies. But if your propane tank is ever damaged in a storm, you should have it inspected by a certified propane dealer. And if you ever smell gas, turn the system off at the tank and call your dealer immediately. Propane is a safe and exceptional energy source, and we want to keep it that way.
One thing you can always count on Bayou Wild TV, and especially in season 4, cooking. We cook what we catch and cook what we kill. We employ some famous chefs like John Foltz and also some down-home, backyard camp kind of cooks too. But all of them are tasty and will tell you how to cook them.
Coming up, you've had roast, you've had tenderloin, but have you ever eaten deer heart?
Well, first of all, when you called me and asked if we would cook some venison heart, I said absolutely. And I've cooked heart quite a bit. I've stuffed heart. I've done a lot. But to have those little bitty beautiful deer hearts, the secret, of course, to it is cleaning it really well, getting all of that fat, all of the veins and arteries go into the top of that. You want to cut all of that out. All the veins and coming into the ventricles and all of that are right up here. So I always look for that seam that I can get in. And then to slice it right in half gives you the ability to open that heart up, take all the blood that may have remained in it out. The fact is, once it's clean, once it's sliced nicely, once it's sauteed in a little bit butter and seasoned, nobody could tell it from filet mignon.
Venison heart, the best kept secret on the deer.
Not anymore.
We're here in the kitchen of Soji Modern Asian Restaurant with Chef Ryan Andre. We're doing a cool dish here. This is one that if you've got a lot of excess ground venison, ground wild game, or even just your standard ground meat, you can use it in this. What are we making today?
We're actually making a Thai-inspired street food dish called spicy basil beef, but we're going to be using venison today. All right, we're going to go in here with our half cup of red onion.
And notice you slice everything really, really thin. Does that help in a way? Or?
Well, it allows us to get dishes out quicker. If you chop it too thick, you're kind of waiting on that to cook a little bit longer.
I imagine here, your restaurant, these dishes are the fast ones and your sushi dishes are the longer ones.
They get a little bit more intricate out there. I mean, we just kind of fire this thing up and we're ready to go. And now we're going to finish it with 1 cup of Thai basil leaf, fresh.
Thai basil versus traditional basil?
Thai basil has a very distinct basil flavor. You can tell the difference in it, and you'll actually notice in the stores, it kind of has like a purplish maroon colored stem on it.
So your wok is obviously screaming hot, so this is a dish you got to keep stirring.
Keep stirring it, and yeah, this is done.
Add the taste of Louisiana to your next meal. If you like creamy, bold, tangy, or spicy. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with sauces from Louisiana fish fry products.
With 8 locations to serve you, Kenworth of Louisiana sets the standard by which all others are judged. Kenworth of Louisiana is here for you every step of the way. When things go wrong, it's good to know there's a Kenworth of Louisiana facility not far from wherever you are. Whatever you drive, we've got you covered, getting you back up and running as fast as possible. Delivering world-class sales, parts, and service. We look forward to working with you.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Season 4 has arrived. We hope you'll join us along in all of our episodes every week. And of course, we're going to be getting back into fishing a bit more, maybe heading offshore. We haven't done much of that over the winter, but we're definitely going to do more of it. And you can check out all of our episodes on YouTube, on all of our different outlets that we have. It's listed on our Facebook page if you want to find out where to watch, but you can also check it out on the internet. Also go to Facebook and like us there, Instagram as well, and join us next week for another edition of Bayou Wild.
And don't forget, on Mondays, we're here at Morton's Seafood Restaurant and Bar on the banks of the Chifuncta River in Madisonville. Come on by and enjoy a great lunch with us and talk a little bit hunting and fishing. And while you're enjoying Season 4, we're going to be busy at work with Season 5 of Bayou Wild TV.